So we have to go Mage here. Paladin could be nice. Yeah, we got a 12 win Paladin on the other server, but usually recently Mage has been doing well for me, so I don't mind these three too much. But yeah, we have to take Mage. Okay, I'll take a quick bio break and we'll be back in just a minute. Need to go get some water too, so be right back. I just dropped an insane Mage deck, might go 12 as well. That will bust my first triple 12 wins in a row. Good job, good job. Seem to be having some good RNG. Only had 3 12 wins in a row once in like 6 years of Hearthstones. I don't know if I had 3 12 wins in a row. I kinda doubt it. I mean, I tend to play like all the classes. I don't really focus on the best classes, so it's more unlikely that you get like 3 12s in a row, right? Good morning, Mr. B. Good morning. Shaman. Batagomi! Hello, Batagomi. So, on with the draft. I really don't like this card. Like, if you don't draw it on one, it's just like so terrible every turn after. By the way, you have the EO leaderboard link, maybe for December. I don't think there's a link for December. Like, leaderboards are 2 months now, and like they kind of post them randomly at some point. So I don't know when that's gonna be live. Again, this is just terrible. This is also pretty poopy with all dog merchants around. So we're just gonna take Primordial Studies, which is a pretty decent card here. Talking about Cog Merchants, this is a pretty good card. Mage though, I feel like it's not really doing many tempo things. And you have your hero power, so I think I'll take Brain Freeze here. It's a pretty flexible card, like Frostbolt but cheaper. It can go face obviously, right? But I think I will prefer the flexibility. Like, if it was next to Frostbolt, I think we still pick Frostbolt. I think Frostbolt's still better, but I don't think I'll take Hog Merchant for Mage. Okay, game. Sure. Statue is fine. Probably still Smug. I don't like where this is going, but what can you do? What can you do where the poopers come for you? Tutor could be fine in Mage, right? I really don't know, like, this early, you kind of don't know in these picks, like, what's gonna be better. Like, Smuggies is a decent card, but again, right, like, as you can see, like, just decent doesn't cut it. When you have, like, 10, like, bad to decent cards, like, you just end up to 3, even if the other, like, 15s are pretty good. So, like, take your poison here, kinda. I feel like Tutor can be awkward a lot of times. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with Mage right now. I had a few drafts that went pretty well. One of them was like a more tempo-ish deck that had like 2 fireballs and got like some good wins. The other one had 2 animated avalanches with 4 fireworks elementals, and yeah, that one went 12. And I don't think like that one was an amazing deck, but just like the fireworks elementals kind of deleted everything. And then I had like a lot of turns on the coin that I coined 2 7/6s on turn 6. We just closed out games. With the Salt Mine RNG, you should pick cards like Trick Totem. You made the right choice. Yeah. Like, I'm sure Trick Totem is gonna work for me, right? With my RNG. Like, that's like another reason I try to avoid cards with like heavy RNG unless they're just good, right? Like Serpent Shrine Portal, like that card, like worst case scenario as we saw was like an Izor, it was like a Iron Big Cow, right? And like the other times was a 3/3, so it wasn't particularly amazing, but even when you get like a 3/3, it's a good card. Like 3 mana 3/3 that deals 3 damage, it's great. Like with the Overload one, like it's still fine. But like I have to low roll like a 1% RNG on the 3 drops also on top of that, and that like makes the card quite a bit worse than it actually is, with like for someone with average RNG. And yeah, some people get like Muklas and like 3 mana 4/4 tones, right, and things like that. Like there's Injured Blade Master, right? There's like some primes at 3 mana. There's like so many things. I like having consecration type effects, and Smug doesn't feel like it cuts it for me, right? Like it's a decent card, but just like another body that gets like elephant or just like whatever, right? Like just. So I think I'll take the removal thing. We have like 2 spells already, which are pretty nice with this, and it doesn't seem like, again, I can do like a tempo deck with this kind of draft. So I think I'll go Tutor. Oh, Brain Freeze is not bad, I guess. I don't want Servant of Yogg. I didn't like it before, and I definitely don't think I like it now any better. Yogg-Pog, and then we go Yogg-Pog and it fireballs itself, and you go Yogg-Crap, right? Brain Freeze is fine. Brain Freeze is good. Yeah, it's good, but again, like, it's good when you have good cards, right? Like, when Brain Freeze is your good card, like, it's not good. When you have, like, a News, and we have a Statue, and we have a Tutor, like, this is, like, 7 picks into our deck, right? And we have, like, nothing good. We have, like, 3 serviceable cards, 1 terrible one, 1 sketchy one, and 1, again, like, somewhat sketchy one. That's a quarter of our deck, and we have nothing good yet. Like, so far, we have, like, nothing good yet. You need Archmage Antonidas. Like, I don't even think like that's particularly good also. Like, Archmage just gets elephanted or something. Just get lots of cheap spells into New York. Yeah, that's gonna work for sure. This looks like a deck that could use Arcane Intellect for sure. Like, it's so easy to run out of shit right now. Like, none of these cards is, again, any good value. Like, this is good tempo, but doesn't really do much. Think I'll take an elephant here and hope we find some bigger things from there. We had a chat the other day with T Sherwood. I don't know if you guys know him. He's like a old school high level arena player, and he has that theory, which I also kind of think it's true, that a lot of times like your draft goes into one direction and just offers you a lot of cards, a lot of the same card. And I'm seeing that a lot also. I have like a lot of drafts with like 2, 3, 4 copies of a card when I get like even epics, right? Like, you shouldn't really be seeing too much epics. I get drafts like the other day we got one with 3 rabbits. Before that we had one with 4 clowns. So like that's like super insanely unlikely to happen. So seems like there's like something broken with the arena offering rates, or just like the arena, I don't know, like just the arena drafts in general. So when the draft goes and you get like some good cards, like it's amazing, right? It keeps giving you, like Shady yesterday had like a draft with amazing druid with like a shit ton of like premium 5 drops. Like he got 2 of the 5/4 beast, right? That draws you 2 cards, 2 teachers pets, etc., etc. So it was like an amazing beast deck. But when the draft goes like in this direction, like it feels like so bad. We don't really want to third brain freeze. So like I said, it's a good card, but like it's not a card that's gonna win you a game. Not like this is gonna win you a game, but like we need to start finding some cards we can play. So I think I'll take Firebird over Hellbringer. Like this is even worse. Not as unlikely as the 3 Ratogor Warrior had. I mean, yeah, 3 Legendaries is even more unlikely. Definitely more unlikely than 3 Epics, right? But true. Like, some people just start getting the good cards, some people start getting the shit cards, and usually end up in the second part. I also believe in this theory. Yeah, like, it seems like it's pretty common, right? 3 swipes, 2 teacher's pet, 2 physio elemental. There's a lot of decks, like usually in arena, like you kind of get what, like usually you get like 2 duplicates or 3 duplicates or something. Nowadays it feels like you get like so many decks with like 3 copies, 4 copies, and like again, like you don't pick them all a lot of times, right? But you get offered like 2 or 3 cards, you get offered like 5 or 6 copies of that. And when it's a good card, it's great. You can pick them all, or choose your poison, right? Like how many you want to pick. But when it starts giving you the poopy cards, it feels really bad. Firebrand is just an insane card. Again, I don't really like Flame Strike, and this is not a card, so Firebrand it is. Pantara is a pretty decent card. Usually, I would take it over Bock Reaper, but again, like 1/3 of our deck, we are no card Andy. We have a Fleet Hoof, and we have like 2 Brain Freezes, and like a shitty 4-drop and a shitty 2-drop, and like that's it. So I want to start finding some, like this is a card you don't want to pick now. Like this used to be, ooh, this card is amazing. Now like a 5 mana 8/8 just rushes into that and just kills it. So like we just need some bodies, right? Like we need some bodies. Like we want some things to corrupt this, and if you expect to get like 2 Proto Drakes or what's a good card in Mage, right? Like a Grand Finale or something like that. Like you don't pick this card, but these are not my draft, so I'll pick whatever I can. Honsta made 4 Pantera Paladin today. Yeah. Like again, like it happens. You can discover Mage Prime still, nice win con. Yeah, like, but it's not like really a win con, right? Like it's a potential. If you have to find the studies, you have to find the prime, then you have to draw the prime, and then it has to cast good spells. Like that's a lot of RNG, right? And that you need like a lot of good RNG on top of that. And as you can see, that's not my forte. Good RNG. I mean, I don't like the clowns, but the other ones are just terrible. This thing can work in Mage, right? And again, these ones are just terrible. This is like just a sad draft right now. Like we don't really get options, and like one thing that is it's a bad draft. 2, it's just a sad draft. Like you just don't have you don't have options in the pick. Like I'm talking about them, but like it's usually okay, it's this one card and that's it. I lost a green game because of Mage Prime versus me. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Flamecaller is just a better goo. Flamecaller is pretty nice. I like the card, but do we need card draw with this deck? So far, again, right? Like 12 picks in, this is 13 picks in. Like we just don't have cards. Like this usually is just gonna be 6 mana 6/6 with Brain Freeze. This is not really good. This is like not particularly good. I guess like this is a twist like more likely to get corrupted right now. you don't really want to even tempo out the Firebrand, especially with 3/1 mana spells. You kind of want to use the effect because before it gets fishy boyed. So I can see a Pantara here. We gonna need a draw. I had a Mage recently, that deck with the 2 fireballs, that we had to ring toss, and we got rigged fair game out of it most of the time, and the 3 draws like so crucial to winning some games. Like we draw awkwardly so often, right? We end up with like drawing 20 cards and like 7 of our best 10 cards being in the bottom 10. Like that happens like so often. Flamecaller is a premium. Is it a premium though? Most likely you don't want to turn 4/2/3 draw. Yeah, but you don't want to turn 4 Flamecaller also. Like you can turn 10 Pantara, right? Like you don't need to play this on 4. Like you don't just pick this for curve. Just pick 30 good cards. Yeah, that's a good idea, but like you have to get them offered. And that doesn't seem to be working out for me right now. We have the Tutor, we have 2 Brain Freezes, we have our Hero Power, we have Firebrand, so I really don't think Flamecaller is that good for this deck. So actually gonna pick the Pantara. Just pick good cards for head. I usually don't mind this card, but this is serviceable, so I think I'll go with it over the Katir. Medic is fine. We don't really have 5 drops to Corrupted, but the other ones are just terrible. Like you can see the card quality we're getting, right? Like you can see the card quality. This is half of our deck, and we have 1 good card. Like this is the only good card right now. Like Firebrand is the only good card after half of our deck. And the people we face at 1/2, the people we face at 0/2, the people we face at 2/2, like by turn 10, they play 8 good cards, right? Like we just had a 2/2 game where our opponent started on turn 1 Scrap Imp, and he didn't stop playing good cards until like what, like until turn 20. I guess that's spell power for the sorcerer substitute. Turn 4 seems serviceable for this deck. This is usually the better card, but we have like Brain Freezes, right? So this is a good card. We like this. Oh. As we saw in the previous run, Rabbit is not particularly amazing. The Rabbit likes you, yeah. Big removal, you don't have big removals, but what am I doing with my big removals, right? Like you want big removals when you're tempoing out on the board. Like we're not gonna be tempoing out. Like all of these cards get like super easily deleted. Like this is my problem with my decks right now. Like when you have this kind of deck, like you have like no initiative basically, right? Like we have 2 Brain Freezes and we have Firebrand and potentially Pearl Tusk. Rest is just I play a card, 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 and then your opponent deletes that card, and in the end he has like bigger things. So you just like this kind of deck, like 20 picks in, like gets traded with my opponent's like 2 Fish Boys and like 2 Smugseniers, which are not like particularly amazing, and you're just end up like without cards, without board pressure, and like without like nothing. So you have to like find a way how you win with these kind of decks, and so far I'm not seeing it. Corrupt the Pearl Tusk as well. You don't want to corrupt a 5 mana card with a 10 mana card. I'm actually considering taking the Supreme Abyssal. Clunky deck. It's just a bad deck. It's not clunky. It's just like bad, like 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drops kind of deck. Like it's just like bad drop deck, which doesn't do it for me. You said you have no win condition. If you have a way to corrupt the clowns, can be a good win condition. That's a good point. That point I can take. That point I can take. That point I'm overlooking probably. This, like, weirdly enough, could be a win condition because, like, you can delete a lot of things from your opponent with this thing, and this usually gets you a good value. But the clowns is a good point. Like, that might be a way we scam a game or two here and there. Um, could also just take Organ Monster just as a shitty 5-drop. Like, sometimes it's annoying. Most of the time it's not really a thing because of Rusty Trader, because of Fishboy, right? Usually it gets deleted. Usually it gets like half decent trades, so it's not terrible, but the clowns is actually a good point. So I think we try to go with that and go with the rabbit. This is usually the better card, but we might just go with this and hope we find a grand finale. That could be a potential. Like, this is not a bad card. This is not a bad card in any means. Like, on its own, it's not good, but like with the potential of grand finale, I think we go Cyclone. Cyclone is very good by itself, to be honest. Why? Like, it's a 2 mana 3/2, which is terrible, and like you don't want to play 1 mana 1/2s, which are even worse. So it's terrible mana investment. Like, the only reason this is good is grand finale. Other than that, like, you always take Shadow Weaver over this. It gives you 1-drops to fill curve, but like you don't want to fill curve with bad things. Like one mana 1/2, like you see what's happening in the games, right? Like you see what's happening in the games. People have insane stuff. Like people are dropping like 3 mana 5/5s. People are dropping 5 mana 8/8s. Like 1 mana 1/2 is just not a card. It's just not a card. Like it just doesn't matter. It's a great value card and good for early game. It's not. It's a 2 mana 3/2. Like I don't want 2 mana 3/2s in this mode, right? Like my opponent is playing like Sneaky Delinquents. My opponent is playing Vile Fiend. My opponent at 2/2 is playing a Scrap Imp on 1. Like this is just not a card. This is just unimpactful. Happy New Year, Van. Happy New Year. Hope you have a great 2021. Wish you a great New Year. Also everyone that I haven't seen in the New Year. Happy New Year, guys. So I think we still take it again just because of grand finale. Like I don't expect to get one, but who knows, right? This is a card I want, but we might end up with a polymorph. Like I want both of them, but like we got to pick like 20 shit picks and get like 2 really good cards that we want in our deck next to each other. Again, like, we are not really tempoing out anything right now, right? Like, we have a 3/2, we have a 3/2, we have a Dirigible on turn 3, you don't want to drop a Firebrand on turn 3, turn 4 is really mediocre, we don't have anything to do on 5, we have a Poopy 6, we have a Poopy 7, so, like, we are just not gonna tempo out to make work of the Ogre, so I think we go Polymorph. Even though, again, right, like our 1/2 opponent has like two Proto Drakes, so the polymorph is not going to be enough, but it's still a card that like might get us to the late game. Okay. I'm seeing something here, right? I'm seeing something here. I think like Blizzard is also like super overvalued right now. 2 damage AoE for 6 mana. Like if you have like a cool tempo mage deck, I can see it, right? Like you push on the board and you can keep their board frozen, even though like they can just play big taunts and like it's still weird. But again, like it works for most people, so it's fine. It really is like 6 mana, 2 damage AoE is terrible for me. So we're gonna go Scrapyard here. Poe is so strong in this meta, Proto Drake and Senior so common. They're common for some people. Like, I go into other streamers, like stream, right? And like, no one plays a Proto Drake, no one plays a Smug Senior, no one plays a Claw Machine, no one plays a Skystalker. Like, a lot of times when I go into another streamer, people play decks like this. And I don't know what's common deck nowadays. Is this common? And I'm getting like normal RNG? Are like some streamers getting super lucky? Are their opponents getting unlucky? I don't know what's common nowadays. Like I'm kind of triggered that I don't know what's an average deck, because when I go into like another streamer's chat, like another streamer stream, right? And their average deck has like 20 premium cards and maybe like 2 bad ones in there, and like 7, 8 okay ones, and like they see that as common deck, and I don't know, my decks kind of don't end up with this, right? I take the Cyclone just to give you the chance of getting Grand Finale and 7 mana 7/6. Yeah. Like, we had a deck with 2 Avalanches, Rowing Avalanches, the 7 mana 7/6 you talk about, and that was like just steamrolled people to 12 wins. Just take the risk, otherwise you're not winning anyways. Exactly. You have to work with what you had. Yeah, but why is what I have like so much worse than what I see other people get, right? Why is my opponent at 1-2 playing really well and have like really good cards, like consistently, like every run? And why do I get this kind of card quality? I don't understand that, right? This deck has no bad cards, to be honest. I beg to differ. This is terrible. This is not good on its own. This is really mediocre. This is not good. This is not good. This is serviceable. This is terrible. This is not good. I don't really like the 9s and 10 at all. So a lot of these are like not terrible, but they're not good. And we really don't have good cards. Like Polymorph and Firebrand are the only actual good cards in the deck. Did the Shaman get shit on? Yeah, we got 2-3. We faced a double Proto Drake Demon Hunter that had like 3 perfect top decks in a row at like what, 1-1, and then at like 2-2 we faced like a Priest that had like pretty insane good top decks, and I don't know what we lost in the end to a Warlock that had like a lot of premium cards, and started at 2-2 we faced a Warlock with a Scrap Imp on 1. I mean, you got Rustworn and Primordial, so Sorceress can work. What? I'm missing that point. 10 out 10 without text? Nah, I don't think we take the Behemoth for just clowns. This has to be the slowest draft ever. I know, it's pretty slow, but we are playing in a tournament, and I'd like to explain some things, because we actually have a conversation in chat, and I'm just like complaining about the picks. I think Wormweaver might work in this deck. We have like 3 1-mana spells, not much else, but it's kind of serviceable as a 5, and I really don't think I'm gonna be super tempoing out for the Wriggling Horror. Okay, there's the Avalanche that we wanted. That's another win condition. Elemental count, Elemental count, Elemental count 1, and Cyclone 2. Like, this gives us some more, but you have to draw the first one first. So 1 with 2, but I think we still pick it. Like, again, like, you need to find your win conditions, and like, I can't just play Arena with like 2 drops and 3 drops. It doesn't work for me. For most people it's still fine, but again, like, they get better card quality than this. So right now I need to play like Arena, kind of like semi-constructed, where I need some win condition. I need some idea in the deck to win a game. Colossus? Okay, I mean, like, if you're playing Colossus, you're probably fine at that point. Shatter. What partner doesn't do much for us other than Sorcerer's Substitute, so I think I'll take Initiate over this. My take is that this is a meta of neutrals, and so classes that work well with neutrals, meaning that have medium high quality class cards like Shaman and Druid reign over. Classes like Mage can have success, but heavily rely on finding the OP class card, like in Mage, Grand Finale, etc. Also, Paladin is the same as Mage, Warlock is the Druid Shaman tier. That's a decent point. Like, a lot of the power in your decks comes through the neutrals. I agree on that part for sure. And you want a few of the OP class cards to contribute to the good neutrals, if you get the good neutrals, right? Like, there's Skystalker, there's Proto Drake, there's Claw Machine, there's like Pertusk, right? Like, all of these cards, like Scorpion, Circus Medic, all of these cards are really good if you are like complementing them with a few OP class cards. But so far we don't really have neither of those, so we are making what with what do. I think I still like this overlap partner for the substitute. This a lot of times gets ignored, right? This is kind of like easier to just kill on the board. So this I think gets to like work its spell power a bit more often. So I think I'll go substitute over the lap partner. Wake Thrasher is serviceable. Og Merchant, I think it's the better card, but again, like we don't need like how do you call this? Like more of a support card, right? If you have like just good minions, like that's good with Berserker, right? But Berserker is not a good card on its own, so you don't want to pick like another card just to make like a bad card a little bit better. I think we just pick a good card. Treasure is pretty solid, and like turn 5 is kind of shit for us. We have Pertusk and we have Weaver. All of these are not particularly good, so I think I'll take Treasure here. Pink isn't worth it like other classes. I take the Og Merchant for its effect. I don't like using it for a pink. Like using it for a pink is like a worst case scenario where like opponent has like a 8-1 or a 5-1 or something that you really want to kill. And you can kind of do it with Mage, so like the math is a little bit different in Mage, right? Like they have to have a 5-2 or something. But the effect, I think like just playing a thing, like whatever it is, even a 4 mana 4-4, and giving that Divine Shield, like that's like so much stronger than just using it for a ping. Sometimes it's fine to use it for a ping, right? But you kind of want to use the effect in my opinion. I think it's much stronger. Skystalker fits pretty nicely in here. We are turn 4. Our turn 6 is kind of shit, so I mean the other ones are just bad cards, so not much of a choice. Cram Session. I don't super want a Psychotron, and we have a few sources of spell power, so I think I'll actually pick up Cram Session here. Our deck shouldn't really need draw, but I always say that. My decks, like I draft my decks that like I shouldn't need card draw, but I always end up like with like 7 of my good cards in the bottom 10, and I always end up needing card draw, so I think I'll take it. Draw is always good, I agree. I mean, not always good, but it's serviceable. Like, we haven't gotten a single secret offered, right? We haven't gotten a single, like, fireworks elemental. We haven't offered a grand finale. We haven't gotten offered a fireball. We haven't gotten offered, like, a ring toss. This card, I'm kind of fine that it's not too common, because it's kind of dumb, right? Like getting two 4/4s for 4 mana is kind of disgusting. And I think I'm going to be fine in this deck with a 4 mana 4/4 over a 3 mana 4/4 that gives my opponent a potentially nutty card. Secret into Occult is constructed level, but it's very rare in Arena. Yeah, I'm not seeing this card at all. Territories gave my opponent a Sword Eater. Okay, Penflinger is not terrible. I was gonna baby rage about this, and again, right, like out of the 90 cards we got offered, I think like 50 of them were just like this kind of tier, but Penflinger kind of fine in this deck. You have some spells. And we end up with an amazing assortment of legendary on top of this. Second, like another thing I want to baby rage about is just my legendary quality. Like I face the fucking Cow Bastard dude every second or third turn or something, and like these are my legendary. Like I think I got our Bastard like one time offered. Like I don't remember the other time I got like an actual good legendary offered. We had like a bunch of Yogs, and we have like so many like this kind of level of legendaries. Shifter, yeah, we got like so shifted the other day. This gave my opponent like I don't know what he was. Like he was at 4 mana and he had like the Mana Panther on board, right? Not Mana Panther. Is it Mana Panther, the 4 mana 3/5 that gives you extra mana? He was at 5, and Shifter Zeros turned into into Aeon River and just destroyed like a 5/5 or 6/6 on my board on turn 5. It was kind of disgusting. Polkelt in this deck is kind of interesting actually. We get to draw the 10s into the clown, so I think I'll actually go Polkelt for this deck. If you got our Buster, you could rant about getting that 1-mana Ogre Merchant every time. I mean, yeah, right? Like, you can obviously get wrecked by the one draw. Actually, I had WoW Bastard in one draft again, and I think it went like 1-3 or 2-3, and the one time I got to play it, it got silenced, so it didn't even get me a card. Wait, how did it not give me a card? Or it gave me a card? I don't know what happened that game, but I know it got silenced and it died like a turn later. You only have one Discover in this deck. Is it bad? What's bad? Is the deck bad or what? What is a strong legendary right now in your opinion? Probably the Bastard. I think I'm losing a ton to it. I mean, what else? People like Silas, but I'm not a huge fan of Silas that much. I think it's strong, but I don't think it's the strongest. I don't know. I think I've lost like so many games to the Bastard. I just hate that card. What's another insane legendary? Nostradamus. Like, I think we got wrecked by that the other day randomly. Like, we had a priest versus priest game where he had the 4/9 dragon and that gave him like Nostradamus. I don't know its name. The Demon Hunter legendary. That's like potentially pretty strong also, but you don't see it much. I think I'll actually take Polkelt for this deck. I don't super want to get another expensive card. It's an elemental that kind of works with Avalanche, and it's not a bad card, but I think we go like all in on this package. It's a bit awkward. Oh, it got nerfed also. It's 5 mana. Monkaham. I forgot they nerfed this card. Pesky Constricted People. I think I'll still pick it. I don't think Geddon is bad, but I think like this has like potential in this deck. During the 10s and the 9s. Like, we hope we don't find this early, but like turn 7-8, this should be fine. Maybe it's just the Baron. Maybe I'm too tricky here. I had sick Archwitch in Warlock, but that needs synergy. Yeah, like I'm just talking as a legendary on its own. Like with synergy, there's a lot of things that can be amazing. Baron is good. I'm not sure how good it is. I wouldn't consider it good. The 5 health could be decent, but even when it's good, right? You have one turn where it's good. Like the next turn you can't really play things, so I'm not sure how good it generally is. It always felt like an awkward card. I don't have much experience with it in Arena. Pocket guarantees Clown Sculpted. Yeah, that's why I'm considering it. Like, if it wasn't for that, right, like it's probably easy get on, but for this deck, kinda seems like we can do it, right? And like we don't particularly want to draw any of these things anyway. Like in the late game, all of these are just useless, right? Like Penfinger, Ooze, Cyclone, like Pantara, like Initiate, like all of these things are just like useless in the late game. So I think I'll go Polkelt. Let's go. Okay, we found some win conditions in this, so I think it has potential. The card quality again, like average decks, I feel like now are at least like the ones I'm facing. I think are like much higher than 75. My recent drafts have been kind of sucking, but it has an idea, this deck, so could be serviceable if we don't get super steamrolled, which happens like a lot. And again, like, sorry for the slow drafts. I usually don't do this, but like this kind of draft, if we weren't in the tournament, I would just pick some cards and just play it out like 2-3 or 3-3 or something. But we are kind of trying for the tournament. So we keep the dirigible. I don't think we want to keep both of these. So which one is better? Probably Berserker, I think. I think you prefer the 5 attack potential than the Wind Fury versus Priest. Would you keep Polkelt? No. I don't want to see Polkelt. I want to see it on like 7, 8, 9, 10. Like... You don't want to play Polkelt on 5. Never mind. Never mind.
Blessings to you. Hello.
So
Give me a
where
one
does
drop.
the magic come from?
Where does the magic come from? You don't want to play this on 5. I think I don't know. Let's see what we draw in the next few turns, but like if we draw like some of the 10 drops, maybe it's gonna be fine, so we get to like the 6s and 7s, but you don't really want to play this. So this is like where you usually kind of want to just play the Spider Tank into the 4 drop, into the Dirigible. But it seems like this is such an insanely powerful card, you can actually just not play it. The thing is, we don't have a spell in hand. And like if you don't get one of the 3 spells, which is 1 in 8, it's not an amazing chance. I think we just play it for the body. This deck is interesting. Yeah, it got like a little bit of an idea, so I think it's serviceable. Like the start was really bad, but like it got like a plan on it, right? So I think it could be serviceable at this point. This deck has potential. You need some good roll. Yeah, that's what scares me, right? That's what scares me. Oh, baby, that's a card. So that is 3 and that is 7 damage. We can get the spell power. That is 4 and 4, 8. And 2 is 10. That's perfect, right? 4 and 4 is 10. And 2 is perfect. Okay. See? Like, good card, chat. Good card. Good card is good. Penfinger twice? No need to. Deck, my friend, I hope your luck is better than this run. I hope too. I don't have high hopes for that, but let's see. Penfinger? You want to play Penfingers? Why? Like you just show it to him? I think I prefer this. Like, these are my games, right? 1 mana 2/5, premium 4 drop, 3 mana 4/7. Like, these are my games. It's so silly. Polkelt with this hand, I don't think I wanna play, right? And the upside is not particularly amazing, so I think I'll drop this and see if we can Penflinger it next turn to do something.
What to do?
It's time for a lot of blood.
With Polkelt, yeah, we want Polkelt later for sure.
What is Elun's will?
Nova? Oh, Dirigible.
Count your blessings, Wings.
Like, he's already played like 3 premium cards, right? 3, 4, 5, 6 trade there. That doesn't leave us playing anything. So I think we pen there, bump and a bump. Kill the 3-2. And just play a Firebird. Like, we're out of cards already. He doesn't have that much too, but like our cards don't really do much. Which I guess is not that much of a problem with Warkeeper. Like, we can start drawing some things, right? Probably still kill the 3-2. If we kill that, he bumps Nova. That's pretty nasty. We drawed quite low, so we don't quite start to want to start dropping the bombs. I guess this on 7 and this on 8, and hope we find something in the middle. If we don't find something better these turns. But you can see how if we didn't get this like one perfect turn with the Firebrand, like we would be like so far behind right now. He would have an insane board and we would be like out of cards. So does he trade a 3-1? I guess he could still find what's his name? Holy Might here. And kill this. Powered shield? That's interesting. I think I would take that. I guess he killed the 3-1. Oh, what's there? I mean, is that better? Is that better than killing this? I guess it's kind of the same. Killing this should still be better, I feel. So just 4 and a pink, just kill that. Still don't want to play Polkelt this turn. Want to find something else for turn 8 and 9 than the rabbit.
I intend to receive.
Wake up!
Okay, so we can play this next turn, right? Turn 9. What are we doing turn 9? Let's see what we draw this turn. But I guess it's fine to play at this turn. Can go like rabbit into clowns. For a priest, other than Soul Mirror, it should be hard to deal with, I guess.
This'll make the pain go away.
Polkelt, Brain Freeze. If we play Polkelt, we are skipping next turn, which is kind of bad. But like, what else do we play?
What to do?
Face, Hero Power, Brain Freeze. That's 3, 4, 5. It's not enough to kill it.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
I think we still ping that, so if he heals it, we can still trade in there. Kind of lucky draws. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. But you corrupt clowns. Yeah, but you skip turn 9. And that might be a, like a mind control, or could be a mirror, or could be like so many things. Could be not mirror, like mind control, or yeah, soul mirror, exactly what I was thinking about. So probably playing rabbit into the clowns, right? And then we go like scrapyard into other things. Can we do avalanche in that? Somewhere in there. Oh, okay, so we take 15 next turn. Do I just play out the Penfinger? I'm not gonna draw a spell anytime soon. And he might like sack one of them in there. He's out of cards, so that's good. That's good for us. So we go clown, we go rabbit, we go clown, and then we keep this for like the avalanche draw. Okay, okay. Next thing, Rabbit is nuts. If he doesn't top deck a small taunt this turn, you mean? Okay, that is good. And we save 8 damage. Okay, okay. Okay. Harmless little bunny. Okay, I'm seeing it, chat. I'm seeing it. One working as intended. Wasn't in the middle. Yeah, yeah. He didn't play around it. He didn't play around it. Kick W. He didn't play around it. Kick W. True. And he knew we were most likely gonna draw a 10 mana card. Two. GG's. Don't do it. Don't curse it. Don't curse it. He can still do things. It's always a damn priest. Like, don't jinx it. For attack minions are Nemesis Priest.
Dance, puppet.
Dance, puppet. So I'm not... I guess we are probably gonna have board for this, right? Can kill off the small things. Can also just play a Book Reaper this turn. Think we are fine with that for now. Swarm them! Unleash the clowns, boys. Unleash the clowns. Unleash the clowns. Did I miss Lito? What health was these things? 4 and 6, right? Okay, I don't think we did. Swarm them! Colossus Avalanche incoming? Why? I mean, why play this, right? If he top decks a Mind Control, I guess it's still Lito, but I don't see the reason to play this. Like, what's he gonna do? He top decks it still with 2 in there and 2 in there, and one is left, right? Or 2 are left? I don't know. I don't know. Polkelt carry? Yeah, working as intended.
Jane versus Vanguard.
You would actually play the Avalanche there? I mean, I don't think you play the Avalanche, right? I think you either play Book Reaper or Scrapyard. Like, why are you playing the Avalanche? Turn 4 is okay, right? I don't think we keep any of these things. Yeah, Soul Mirror, if we play the 10 mana 7/7, it's a bit awkward, I guess, right? He gets a 7/7, he kind of gets an equal board. Like, you probably still win, but I guess this is kind of better versus Soul Mirror. I don't know. I think, like, we're going into like super fringe case scenario. I guess like the Colossus is better versus Deathwing, right? Like you can always find some weird reason for one or the other.
Observe and reflect.
We don't really want to use the coin with this deck at all, if possible. Isn't that so rare? Like, drafted it's rare, but it's not that hard to discover. We might just have to ping that next turn, but like we don't really have too much of an option.
Where does the magic come from?
He kind of has to ping the 1/1. So you can discover it a fair bit. Like what's his name? Like palm reading and renew are somewhat common. Yeah, exactly. On 10 you can't... Yeah, well, even on 10 you can do it, right? Yeah, you can do it. So ping on 3.
You're paying for my discretion.
Yeah, these are my usual games. So these are my usual games, chat. Now I don't have an answer for this. If we just ping that. Like a money and brawler plus an og merchant start. Just like so much tempo. Observe and reflect. Plus a ping. We need something like a brain freeze. Gets another 2-drop. It just finds 3 2-drops, which 2 of them are just enrage pings, right? Like in Mage, plus Og Merchant in the first 4 turns. And this is where like cards like this just don't do anything, right? Like it just bumps and pings, right? And like you're killing your 4-drop. Next turn we probably wanna play this into the Avalanche. Into Coin Avalanche, into Bok Reaper. So let's see what he does here. If he has like Rusted, like we might just be dead. It's a bit like too much damage. Gonna need him to not have removal here, which is like super unlikely, but Going first curve well if it's deadly. Yeah, and a fireball in there. Again, not much you can really do about that. Like we had fine, right? Like we had a sticky 2-drop, we had a coin 4-drop potential, but like
With a cherry on top.
We might not even be able to play the Avalanche next turn. He just bumps here. Let's see, right? Might have to coin the Bok. Bok champion to Brawler. Like, it's so silly. It's so silly. We didn't do any of our removal cards. Like, 2 Brain Freezes would be good, right? Penfinger would probably be fine also. Firebrand would be fine. We have the coin. We didn't find any of them. Wretched Tutor would be fine. We didn't find any of those. Like, that's why we drafted these things, right? Just to try to play defense. But you can see, right? Like, we have a thing that dies, 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 and like, we just don't have options. It's a bit of a bad draw, but that can happen, right? When you have like 15 cards that just straight up die on the board. We might have to draw for one and hope we get something offered there, or we might top kick a card. I guess we go this, so we can still do the Avalanche next turn, and that's why good for Mirror. 1, 4. Does this get activated if that's a counter spell? I'm not sure, but I think we try it. Just draw me a card then. Don't think I particularly care about pinging face. Okay. There's a chance. If this turn is not amazing, we get 2 Avalanches into Bokchamp, into Clowns. Maybe there's a chance. Use the Fireball on the minion. Like, we got... Oh my god, he got the Rusted. Thank god that's a bit late. If that was on 5 of the Fireball, I think like we're just dead at this point. Woo. Coming down the mountain. Coming down the mountain. And we get some nice corrupted action here too. Per Tusk and things, really nice. Okay, I think we're in a decent spot now. Like, we're definitely not out of the woods, but... I think we're in a decent spot here. 20 damage behind with a secret. Could be a bender, which we don't super care about. Could be a face secret, which we don't super care about. Dodge Pyro and you'll be fine. I mean, there's a few turns until Pyro. You're gonna be fine, KW. You're gonna be fine, KW. Like, this is what I mean, right? When I say that my arena experience is constructed like, this is what I mean. Like, this like today's games, like all of today's games are exactly what I mean. Like, I'm playing like literally like semi-constructed, like versus semi-constructed deck with my shitty arena decks. I'm facing like half constructed people. turn 6 lethal. Turn 6 lethal. Just dodge Pyro, KW. How about Pyro on turn 6 that develops a 3-4 on top of that? Like, it's so insane. It's so insane.
You asked for it.
Okay, so we don't want to keep this. This on the coin is probably fine. I guess we don't keep the other 4 drops. We could keep this. What do we want? We have a bunch of 2s, right? I don't think we keep a 4. Like, I don't think we keep this, right? Like, we have like 4 or 5 reactive cards. And like, this is a bit awkward. Like, you kind of do it on turn 4, which is weird. Like, every one of our opponents is playing quite constructed quality things, right? Like, we're not facing a guy that plays bad arena cards. We're not facing any guy that plays like bad cards at all, right? Or misplays or anything like that. Like, this is what I mean. Like, every time I go to like another streamer, people are playing like some poopy cards. People are misplaying. People have like no idea what they're doing. And this is my arena experience. Like, from 0-0 to 2-3, we face like 12 win decks and like really good players on top of that.
Where does the magic come from?
Where does the Mage come from? Plus, they get really good RNG on top of that. So I think we just ping here. Let's see what we draw. Circus Magnetic. Just ping. Next turn is gonna be a bit weird also. I wanna keep the coin for the Skystalker. We might have to do like Firebrand, coin, Cram Session next turn if he has like a really good turn, but... You can't make this up deck, your luck is insanely bad. I'm appalled by what I'm witnessing. That's my point, right? Is it really luck if it consistently happens, right? Like Shady says, luck should be a 50-50, right? You shouldn't get like insane swings in RNG. So Firebrand suddenly doesn't seem that good, but it's not gonna be better next turn also. Do I just play Medic this turn? This is like so bad because like nothing works here, right? Like I can't play this. I can't play this. The 5 damage is not enough. I can't really coin this. 3, 4, 5. I ruin my turn with this. I use my coin. Maybe just Firebrand, Cram Session next turn is fine if this doesn't die. And it might be fine even if it dies. So I think that's my play. Coining a Fang Reaper without taunt. When I see Shady just crushing 2 arena runs and you're struggling, I actually understand the definition of grinding. Yeah, like it's actually a grind, right? When you get like this kind of decks, it's actually it's a grind, right? It's so hard to do something. Okay, so this play, okay, almost plays out. Almost plays out. I mean, we still do it, and hope we kill that. Like, obviously this is the most likely thing that survives there, but like, what you gonna do? Again, and that's like 2 things, right? Like, you see his opponents, right? Like, his opponents, like, even at high wins, do like such terrible things. Like, at this point, I'm not sure like his decks are, like, Shady's decks are that amazing, but his opponents play like so bad, right? Like he gets like so many people that just play a 2-2 and like a 3-2 and like are out of cards or turn 5. This like never happens to me, right? Like they have more, they have more, they have more, they have more. And that starts from 0-0 at 1-1 at 2-2, right? It's not like I get like 5-0 and then like people start playing good cards. It starts from 0-0 and everyone just has the nuts.
You fight me, you get burned.
Did we get lucky? Okay, we got lucky. Odd. Sometimes lucky. Amazing. Amazing. And like again, like I don't want to harp on him. He's an amazing player. He plays like really well, but like it's just bam, bam, like bam, 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 bam. Turn after turn, turn after turn, turn after turn. Like good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit, good shit. Like I said, Shady is a pro, he's on a different bracket than the rest of us. It's only right that his opponents hand him wins. Yeah, sure. Sure. I think I need to play the Sky Stalker here. Like, we have like a good turn removing that, but I think I need to develop this first. So I don't know why is Arena so different for me and for him, right? Like why are my 1-1 opponents so insanely good and why are his like opponents at like 8-1 playing like terribly bad? I don't understand, right? Like see, right? Like good card, good card, good card, good card, good card. You kind of get the trend, right? Polymorph a bit too late. I think we keep it now for like the turn 8 Proto Drake or something. So what do we do here? Amalgam 4, 6, 7. That's using a lot of removal. I think I'll keep one of them. So which one do we keep? 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, let's draw a card here. Pressure. Look again, right? Like I'm not saying he's a bad player, but just the arena experience is so different, which I don't understand why it happens. Maybe there's a hidden ELO in Arena and Shady is just so high in the Arena ELO that he's paired with weaker players to compensate. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Why is he not paired with higher level opponents? Why you being at high ELO you get weaker opponents? But Shady did a big break from Arena. He has less experience in this meta than most of consistent Arena streamers like Dan. What a surprise, chat. He has a Proto Drake. Like, look at the cards in this guy's deck, right? Like, Sky Stalker on 6, Proto Drake on 8, like, premium good early game curve, good RNG, like, Tri-White Runner, right? Like, it's so crazy, dude. It's so crazy. Do we just play this? Could also play the Medic there. I think I'm fine just bumping there and dropping this.
Like this?
I intend to see.
Yes, we trade. I think we go face. What am I trading? Protects my 1-1. He have like clowns next turn, maybe. I think we need to start pushing at some point. There are 5 words that define your stream deck. You can make this up. yeah, I think that's good. I think that's a good point. Top deck Winged Guardian. Like, look at, right? Like, this is kind of like Shady's drafts. Like, this is like Shady's drafts. He just keeps playing premium shit, like premium shit. So we can do 4 and a 4. I think I'll trade this at this point. Keep my 4-4. 4 and a Penflinger and nothing else. That seems kind of terrible. Do we just drop the clowns here? Hope he doesn't get something nutty with the initiate. And next time we can do 5-4 and a 1. It's a bit sucky to play the clowns, right? Without the 10s, but like 1 in 7 to draw a 10.
I wonder.
You can pin with Flinger. Yeah, but like, if I do this and Flinger, I'm not doing anything with 5 mana, right? And like, that's a lot of mana to float. Like, not doing anything.
Time runs out on me. What to do?
Using your mana is a thing. I'm a bit scared for this card, but... Add a sword and lunar equips. Okay, so he kills one. And this is what I mean, that I really don't think ones are good. Swipe. Like, like I'm playing in arena, chat. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but actually playing in arena.
I wonder.
Oh, like insane curve into series, solar eclipse, spell power, double swipe for 10 damage, queer clowns and everything on your board. How do you like this turn, chat? How do you like this turn? This is like not particularly amazing, my other plays kind of suck now, so let's see what other Clown Fiesta can do. Like, this is so insane, man. This is like so insane. Ah, just a Fizzy Elemental. Like, look at this guy's deck, right? That's like 10 cards in the start of his deck. Like, that's not like even all of his deck, right? That's not like even all of his deck. That turn was the deck arena experience in a nutshell. Yeah, like he thinks I'm just harping at him, right? Like that's the worst part. Like he doesn't like watch my stream. He doesn't need to, right? Like he has a baby, he has a wife. He doesn't need to watch my stream. But he thinks I'm just like kidding, right? Like he thinks I'm just harping at him and I'm just like being rude or something. But that's not the case, right? We don't have a spell for this. So I think we just do this and this. Like I'm actually getting like insane games. Like my games are actually like constructed quality, right? Like it's so crazy. This is not even my final phase opponent. Yeah, like it just ramps up, right? Like look at this. Like I'm at 1-1, right? This guy lost the game at 1 wins. This guy lost the game at 0-0 or at 1-0. Like look at what he's playing, right? This is just the first half of his deck. This is just the first half of his deck. And yeah, I'm playing considering Swampus into that. Oh. Like you can't make this up, right? Like you can't make this up. Like the games today, right? 5 in the previous run and 3 in this run. Like it's kind of like I'm playing at like semi-constructed level. It's actually you can't make this up. Like I haven't gotten above 2 wins and we faced like 6, 12 win like semi-constructed insane decks. Okay, I would uninstall. Like, I'm used to it at this point, right? Like, again, like, a lot of people think I'm baby raging. A lot of people think I'm just, like, complaining, right? But, like, I think that people that stick around in the stream, like, see this, like, all the time. I don't think I'm making this up, right? Like, Skystalker on 6, perfect curry game, like, the 5 mana 5/4, like, insane legendary swings, like, Marsh Hydra, like, it's so crazy. At this point, all you can do is waft away the pain. Yeah, but again, right, like, if this happens, like, once in a time, like, sometimes it happens to Shady, right? Like, he gets, like, that 2-3 run, or he gets, like, the 0-3 even, like, sometimes, right? But this is literally my every run. Like, this is not something crazy that happens to me. This is literally my every run. Like, actually, the last, like, few days, like, yesterday, like, the last 2 days where we did on the other server, was actually tame and we got like some good results. But this happens like so often, right? Every second run, this is the Quan Fiesta I get. Every time I tune, I see a Quan Fiesta. Yeah. Exactly, dude, exactly. Like, you can say that I invite that, right? Because I draft a little bit greedier. But, like, that's gonna happen if you draft greedy or not, right? It's not like things start to happen at turn 15. Like, also this. Also this, right? 7, 6, 10, and a 7 in my open hand, right? Like, we mulliganed like 2 6s and a 7 or something, and I end up with this hand. At 1, 2 versus a hunter. Like, the game just wants to destroy you. Like, nothing you can do, right? Like, the game just wants to like get fudged, get more fudged. Nothing to play. Again, we have studies, we have 1, 2, 3, 5 2-drops, we have cram session to draw, we have 1, 2, 3 3-drops, and we end up with this. Nothing you can do it but take it like a man. I mean, like, what am I like? What am I supposed to do, right? Like, what am I supposed to do?
It's time for a lot of blood.
Now, like, that's gonna be a freezing probably, and we just can't do anything. If you don't have bad luck, you have no luck at all. Like, this is my 1-2 opponent, right? This is my 1-2 opponent. Turn 4, 6, 6. Turn 5, 3, 7 poison into 4, 3. I don't know. I don't know. Is this where we polymorph his 2-drop chat? Or is this where I pour Tusk into like 3-3 copy or a freezing or I don't know what? Beast. I think we polymorph that into... we can't even block champ into substitute, I guess. Like, these are not particularly good cards, right? Like a secret and like petting zoo, these are not particularly good cards, but it's just like the game is gonna give them in the perfect order to my 1-2 opponent, so I just get wrecked. Like, this is such a good card versus Hunter, but like, I don't see a good out of playing this there. I mean, like, you're playing 4 cards down, right? I'm literally playing 4 cards down. Like, we just play big things and hope like he trades and. Oh. Can corrupt the Portusk. Like, we're so dead, right? Like, we're so dead at this point. Maybe we play all the cheaters and do avalanche next turn. Like, next turn, right? 5, 9, 10, 11. Like, I'm dead in 2 turns, so I don't really have the time to do this.
I wonder.
He might not have Deadly Shot for block. He doesn't need it. Like, I'm on turn 4 and he can kill a block creeper on board already. Oh, this is just some unbelievable stuff. Like, you never had a chance in this game. Like, this game or like any of the like 7 games we had today, right? Like, it's not like if, again, right? Like, if it's one game, I'm fine. But this is not one game. This is game after game after game after game. Hey, Trulemak. Hello, hello, hello. So, like, what's our win condition? That's explosive. We played this. We played this and he trades some things. I don't know. We need a card. He trades some things. We get avalanche. We get like Book Reaper. We push like 15 phase 2 times. I don't know. More good cards. And that's like particularly good versus this thing he won. I mean, he trades a twist, but again, right? Like, he has like the perfect answer even before I play my card. How you been? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Like, arena is insane, but I'm actually doing fine. If half of this shit happened to Dan while he was playing Hearthstone, I'm pretty sure he would rage and put his fist through his PC screen. I mean, again, right? Like, if this is happening like here and there, like I would probably be pretty mad also. But this actually just happens like all the time to me. Like this is not really uncommon. Okay, the turn was not amazing. Maybe Bogchamp survives, kills some things. 5, 6, 7. He has to bump that thing in there. We get to Firebrand something. Can also try Pearl Tusk, but feels like I'm just gonna die if I do that. Trade some things. We Firebrand. We play Colossus after that. Okay, I guess we gonna protest that thing. Ooh, does that do something? 4-3-2. So do we do things? Do things happen in the order? I guess we do, right? 4-7-9. I mean, I think we do it either way. Like the 3-3-6-9-11. I think like we're really dead here, but hope that's like snakes and not the 3-3 spell, right? Okay, that is good. Face Secret is good. Feel like one off, but there's a chance now. Okay, there's a chance, chat. There is a chance. I repeat, there is a chance. Carry on studies. Okay, that's not a tonk. That is not a tonk. Down to 8. If that's explosive, we're down to 4. Down to 6. Down to 4. I don't think I care. This taking damage. If it's explosive and it's mine direction, I don't want this to go on my face, right? So I think I'll play it. He played explosive on 2. Oh my god, we have 2 turns. Can do Portusk and a 4-4, 9 damage, and that's 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 4, 21. I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough. Ooh, Circus Medic. That is huge. Okay, that is huge. We want to heal for sure here. Okay, okay. This is the way, chat. This is the way. This is the way. I think we still trade in case there's like a silence, right? It still dies on board, but that's like 2 damage. If he has a silence, might make the make or break the game. So whatever. Did we find a way, chat? Did we find a way? Did we find a way? Oh my fucking god! Oh, get wrecked, game! Get wrecked, game! Ha 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 ha! Get wrecked, game! We even had it without the heal. That's insane. That's insane. Oh, this is what I have to go to get to 2-2, chat. This is what I have to go to 2-2. He traded way too much in the early game. He traded way too much in the mid game. Yeah, that one turn he traded a lot. I agree. But again, I'm at 1-2. Like, I'm not supposed to be facing 12 win opponents, right? Like, I'm at 1-2. Like, did you expect? Like, he traded way too much. Yeah. Oh my god, chat. Okay, chat, like I didn't face a 12 win opponent at 1-2. no way he beats us late game. He doesn't need to beat us late game, right? Like, he doesn't... Like, I skipped turn 2, 3, and 4. I skipped turn 2, 3, and 4, and on 5 I polymorphed his 2-drop. Like, you're missing the point. Oh, Huey started a new arena around Mage. Okay, we can only go up from here, right? It can't get any worse than this. I don't think I want to keep any of these cards versus Mage. This is a bit awkward, like, you don't want to keep the corrupt cards. We have a lot of force, so potentially we can keep this, right? We have what, 1, 2... Deck Tracker shows Polkelt as a force still. We have a lot of force, so this is kind of good on 5, but we found some 5s now, so I don't think I'll keep it. Just look for the generic poopers. We're facing the Night King! I'm facing the Night King and 2-2. How am I gonna beat the Night King, chat? You need Valyrian Steel. Where's Arya? It's like Arya in chat. Spoilers, by the way. Just change your name to Arya Stark. Okay, nice wall, hero power face off on 2. Take it. This is kind of bad to give him, but like not like I have much options, right? Ooh, mirror, that's good. You beat the Night King by saving your soul to bless RNG to get daylight. He can't possibly win during the day. So I don't think I care too much about trading that. Could be the... that could be the... It's... shouldn't be a face secret, and I don't think I care too much about like a face secret. I think I'll just play this. And like either 5 or coin the Skystalker. I want to coin the Skystalker as soon as possible, even though we have the like coin rabbit. I want to grab this as soon as possible. It's not mirror. We can like just trade, but okay, give me more information. So it's probably the get around the 4-drop secret. If it's not like counter spell, which I don't expect, right? But again, like I'm at 2-2 and like I'm expecting good plays for my opponent, so it's kind of crazy. So I guess we can just keep our coin for now, right? Like we can coin this, but if he gets like a good 4-drop, that could get awkward. I think I'll just play the Treasure. He's using fireballs on 2 5s. Yeah, I think it's pretty likely to be Portal. So, if coin works, we have an amazing turn with Skystalker and Brain Freeze. If narrowing Portal, we should have a good kill there. We have the clowns and the rabbit, so keeping the coin is also kind of nice, but I don't think we need to go there quite yet. Like, you can't make this up, chat. You can't make this up.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed. You can't make these things up. Like this, like I don't really want to complain about RNG usually, right? Like usually I don't want to complain about the RNG, but even the RNG on top of like everything is crazy, right? Even the RNG on top of everything is a bit too crazy. Oh. With a cherry on top. In before he has what's his name? In before my 2-2 opponent has a grand finale on this turn. He's positioning well also. I guess we just bump here. Portus is kind of awkward. Let's see if we can find something good here, but nothing is particularly good here. Grand finale 2-2. Kind of feels like it, right? Bumping here, I don't know how much it does actually. I guess I don't really care about this. I won't want to trade there.
What to do?
Could also just hit there and like Portusk this thing. Just ping the 1-1. 3-6. He can still kill my Portusk, so it's not amazing. There's also Flame Strike. There's like so much bullshit. So much bullshit. Let's see. If he has Finale, what does he do? It's kind of awkward for him actually. He's kind of dead, right? If he has Finale. Okay, Secret is fine. That is fine. He's not dead with Finale, is he? 5-9. Okay, not dead. 13-14. Okay, but we have Polymorph. We have time to do things. Think I'm still fine. Polkelt draws me Colossus.
I wonder.
I don't think I need to do something particularly cute here. Do we believe in the vape? Do we believe in the Vape Nation chat? Let's start with this. It's what I mean that spell power minions are not particularly good. I think we just take Ogre as a body. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. I think that's pretty likely to just go face. So I think I'm fine playing that also. Not mirror, so could be the Vape Nation. Could be the Vape Nation, right? I think I'm fine cheering for this turn also. Flame Strike is somewhat fine. Didn't think about it, but if you get Prime from studies, Polkelt when making drone, yeah, true. Coming down the mountain.
Come in. Everyone's a winner.
4-5. So he's not dead. But I think we are fine, right? Just like even putting him at 1. Barrier. Okay, so not in 1. We have Rabbit for next turn. Polymorph seems decent and hit there. I think we don't mind that too much. And I don't think I mind dropping a Polkelt at this point. This Treasure really carried this game. I think we would be actually in trouble if it wasn't for the Treasure. Pulled off a lot of work.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
Yeah, Treasure did a ton of work. Cliff is such a powerful ability. This is like one of the few things without like any effect. I mean, it kind of has an effect, right? But without just initiative, right? It's the only card without initiative I kinda like. I think I'm fine using a Rabbit for testing mirror.
Amazing.
Activates the clones, right? This and this. Oi, 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 oi.
Amazing.
Oi, 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 oi.
Feeling dizzy?
Like, my opponents are not happy facing this shit at 2-2 also, but not much I can do, guys. Not much I can do. Colossus? No, 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 no. You don't do Colossus into another secret. Don't do Colossus there. Never mind. Yeah, yeah. Don't do Colossus there. Okay, 3 wins. We defeated the Night King. We defeated the Spore King. What's the game gonna throw at us more? What else is the game gonna throw at us? Whew. Okay, that was easier, right? Compared to the previous few games, this was serviceable. He had like 7 mana, like 15-15, right, at some point, but like we were okay that game. We were somewhat okay that game. Oh.
Jaina versus Garrosh.
Oof, Garrosh is a problem.
You asked for it.
Garrosh is a big problem. Garrosh has a lot of nasty things. Not the 4 drops we want, especially going first, so we keep the initiate and go from there. He drafts Ice Barrier and Mirror Entity. Ice Barrier I don't like, Entity I think it's serviceable. Like it's especially in this meta with like Proto Drakes, right, and like Sky Stalkers. I don't think Mirror Entity is the worst. Like I'm not gonna say it's good, right, but like there's like I drafted Mogushan Warden the other day, right? I drafted Occult Conjure without secrets. I drafted like Worm Weaver without like many spells. I drafted like what else? I guess like this deck doesn't have like that much like terrible cards compared to the Shaman, right? Like Shaman had like much more poopier cards. Okay, Ooze could be good versus Warrior.
So where does the magic come from?
I like to draft Counterspell. I like to draft Ring Toss. Ring Toss I think it's really good. Like for 4 mana getting 2 secrets that you want on the spot, it's like so insanely good. Secrets are not good in general, but again, like Mirror I think it's serviceable in this meta. Does he have Sword Eater on 4 is a question. I don't mind Sword Eater that much. Like yesterday was to a guy that played Athletic Studies on 1, into a 2-3 Pirate on 2, into 3 mana 5-5 with Trash 10 Trasher on 3, into Sword Eater, into Krastinov. So that was something. That was something. I guess we just drop this. Like, I don't think this is a particularly good card, but it's kind of decent here. Could also like, just ping it off, and if he wants to use the double rushers there, it's probably fine. And I get studies down. Plus, if we find a 4-drop, we can corrupt this potentially. I think I'll do studies here. See what we get. Easy Solarian. So do we play the Solarian then, instead of a ping? What does he do? Yeah, I don't think I care about the ping too much. Gonna probably make the next turn week awkward, but like what's he doing with this? I think we want to get this down as soon as possible. We have like 2 Brain Freezes that only work for the spell power, right? And I'm not gonna keep this for Am I not gonna keep this? Okay. I have it in hand. I was thinking about it, and then I realized I have it in hand. So okay, this is like super powerful, so we just keep it. Ring Toss is a bit broken, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's broken, but it's really good. Like I think there's much broken things than the Ring Toss right now.
Back to work.
Okay, found a spell also, that's decent. So he can use his rush minions and trade there and kill this, right? But like we're just biding our time right now. You can also like bump and hero power and just wait to draw a 4-drop or a 5-drop. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4-drops. I think I'll just ping.
What to do? What to do?
Super bad. It's super bad, but this on turn 7 should be quite strong. Hope we find something until then. Most of corrupt cards are broken, but it made arena fresh and more fun. Yeah, I agree. I think the
Bones just keep moving.
I think the interesting. Okay, there's our medic. It doesn't particularly do much, so I think we just do this and ping. It's quite fun. I like the corrupt mechanic because it really makes you think about your draft, about like what cards you wanna draft, like what you're gonna get, right? Like and kind of pushes you to draft heavier, which is kind of fun. And like it stomps like Hearthstone a little bit, which is kind of fine. Prime freeze is good here. Yeah, but then your prime dies and you don't have substitute, right? Like, I know it's good, but like you're not playing for this turn only. I know you want to greed the 6 mana, but it might be too good here. Having 6 mana 12/12, I think it's better. Was hoping him to play Sword Eater for Ruse. I mean, there's other weapons. It's a pretty tame Garf so far. And all of this is because like we didn't draw a 4-drop or an actual 3-drop. I mean, we could have played a 3-drop, but okay, Skystalker is fine. It's a lot of damage coming our way, but Skystalker should still be fine. He has a bunch more 1 mana 3/1s with Trash. Like, this is what I mean, right? Like, I'm facing half constructed decks at like 3-2. And I know we played it slow, but but like what you gonna do, right? Like, what you gonna do with this draw? We didn't find any 3-drops, we didn't find any 4-drops. Like, he had like the answer for like everything. Okay, this is a decent turn for us. Get to use that, get to delete that, and do we use the brain freeze this turn? How much do we care about these 3-2? Next time we can do Sovarian and substitute them brain freeze. I don't really think I care about this 3-2, so chill for a turn. So that's our turn 8. Plus we might get to keep it for the Wormweaver. We keep it for Gorhau, yeah. I think killing half Arcanite Reaper is fine. Sure. Sure.
Here for a good time. Here for a good time.
Sure, I'm fine with that. I am fine with that. Okay, and we get the second one for the Weaver, that's great.
I will crush your delusion.
That's our turn, boys. So next turn we do this and this into Scrapyard on 10. Yeah, Polkelt I wouldn't mind to draw at this point. Any of our other big boys is fine to draw at this point. Is this an elemental?
Well
No. Nope. Now it's the face. Now it's the face, boys. And casual 2 mana 6/6. So we're gonna do that. Brain freeze, straight, bump and a 4. I don't think I even want to play this, right? I mean, like, we are kind of all in.
It's feeding time. Enough of this. Seeing double. Seeing double.
Set up it anyway, do the trades. Yeah. There's not much point to go face. If he has a brawl, we can still drop the Colossus next turn. Yeah, like, we're not really in a rush. We're in a good spot here. Like, the last time I said that we're in a good spot, we just died on that turn. Just your average 3-2 warrior deck.
Derivative.
7, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we don't have lethal again, but Silas? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. My bad. I don't really play around legendaries. It's a good point. It's a good point, right? It's a good point, and like sometimes you get punished, but like I don't think legendaries are that common to like consider wasting brain power on them. He has weapons, so maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, he can't go the weapon behind the taunt, right? So it does matter, but again, like after these kind of games, like if he has silence, like good on him, right? Good on him. 4 wins, boys. Okay, be right back in a second. Quick bio break. The swing turn was kind of nice, yeah. Like we played into it, right? Like this is what I mean. Like I have to find my win conditions. I have to find the turn. Like I can't just play a 2-drop and 3-drop and win. We have to do like something crazy if we wanna win a game or two. And again, like we are still at really low wins here. Like 4-2 is still not like high wins or anything. Yep, I don't keep any of these going first. What's up, Pavle? Oof. Oof. Polkelt, I haven't played you yet. Chill the fuck down. Chill the fuck down. How many big cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not that much, actually. It's really not that much. It's usually always like that for me, unless I play warrior, then I can win on tempo. So we can play this on next turn. We can play this thing on this turn to challenge that. We can also play Taunos to draw a card. Because right now I'm kind of fucked. Can't find my 4-drops again. I guess this is technically a 4-drop, even though it's a bit off curve. And we have a 5, we have a 7, right? We need to find something on 6. We can play like a Polkelt on 6 probably. Like, I wanna play this to challenge that, but I think it's like so unlikely that it survives.
Time runs out on me.
Still gonna ping that. He went 3 face. Oh no, 1 to mine, 2 to his. I kind of prefer this to be like 4 mana here. The discount is kind of screwing me because I can't corrupt the statue, but whatever. Yeah, we have like 5 2-drops in the deck. We have a lot of 2s actually. Like, we have more 2s than we have like big cards. Ooh, thank you. Who's is nice. Temple Pen Boy. Temple Pen Boy. I don't want to play those too much versus a Shaman. I'm scared already. Feels like I'm dying. Feels like I'm dying. But I think we just do this.
I wonder.
If I'm doing this, isn't like just 2-dropping better? Like, Shaman has some weapons, but I don't think I care too much about that. I think it's about board right now. Could also like kill the Pen Boy, but that seems like you're taking a lot of damage. This can do a lot of work, right? Obviously, but like if they're doing like some Pen Boy thingies, maybe they're not pushing face too hard.
I wonder.
We don't really have 3s, which is a bit sad, but we have a lot of 2s and 4s, so I'm actually surprised we find ourselves in this like weird situation so often. Like, this deck should do better every game. Like, 2 Prem freezes also, and the studies. Like, Confection Cyclone, right? I think we are doing kinda awkward, right? 1, 2, 3, 5 2-drops, yeah. Plus like Cram Session is kinda fine every game too. 2 Brain Freezes are really good every game, like we're just drawing a bit awkwardly. Okay, I think I'll just polymorph that. Kill the pen. Corrupts this thing, like it's a really early polymorph, but like he has a perfect curve, right?
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, corrupts this and this, so we have like a potentially really strong next turn into Bog Champ. No taunt? No taunt, okay. Spell power is a bit scary, but should be fine. No elementals. We have this for our elemental. We want a cheaper one. Let's kill that. I usually don't care about this and they're like fancy things, but Shaman has some insane cards right now, so I think I prefer still killing it. Boom, boom, boom. I can't do it, chat. I can't do it, right? On the one row he gets the spell power, right on the turn where he has this. Like, it's so insane. It's so freaking insane. This is just my inexperience. Like, I don't know. He's not gonna have for Hex for this, right, chat? I don't know, right? Like, so much RNG, right? Like, so much RNG. How do they always get the 1 in 4? Like, on the first try, right on curve, right? Like, perfect curve, and the one totem he plays is a spell power, and he has this on 6. Poe is really good here. If he had Totemic Reflection, GG. Yeah, that's true. Really good 3-drop. Okay, that's not a Hex. That is not a Hex. Trades. Am I seeing a trade? Pantara, okay. Okay, this is decent. Doesn't like the trade. Wouldn't like it too. Wouldn't particularly like it too. So I think we need to go 5 and 3 and not die this turn. I don't think like bumping there and like medic is a winning play. 6-8. That's like so good also. That to 6 damage, but I don't think if I kill this I'm winning, right? Also, like, I barely have nothing to play with this. It's just an ogre, and I'm still dead to Bloodlust. Like, I'm just gonna lose the game to that 1 in 4, right? That random 1 in 4 just gonna win him the game.
I wonder.
So if we survive this turn, we have Medic Polkelt into like either this or a rabbit, right? But I don't think I like my odds of surviving here.
I wonder.
If he trades the 5-6, trades the 4-3, like if he do some trades. He's at 7 mana, so...
Grades getting low.
It's a good start. He gets some bombs. Okay, oh my god. Oh my god, he high rolls 2 things. Oh my god. Oh my god, game. Oh my god. Why don't I get these throws? Why don't I get these rolls? He high rolled high rolled the 3, right? He hit 3 on all of them. Just gonna die to some bombs, man. Don't kill me, bombs. Don't kill me, bombs. 1 to 4. Like, now it's even more likely that we just die. That's also like just dumb RNG, right? Like he gets this insanely good 3-drop out of just RNG. Don't kill me, bruh.
Magic is not a toy.
No, still has the coin.
Do not lose.
Still has the coin. I don't like my odds here, chat. I don't like my odds here. The RNG is strong with this one. So we get rabbit this turn. So we need...
I wonder.
Let's see what he does with the 2 mana. We're down to 4. Like, best case scenario, we are down to 4, right? Maybe he bumps some of these things and we... yeah. Maybe he bumps some of these things, kick W. Okay, so we have a rabbit. Do we believe in the Colossus? Like, Earthshock Hex just kills us, right? There's like no playing around this. Rabbit in here. Rabbit in here. That in there, rabbit in here. Hope we don't get bombed. I feel like this is the winning play, but like we don't really do anything on the board. So kind of feels like rabbit, right? And prey.
Feeling dizzy.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's less good. But maybe there's a chance. Stay away from those spells, bruh. Stay away from those wobble bursts. Okay, we're not dying. Maybe there's a chance we get clowns next turn. You get really unlucky in this game? Yeah, newsflash. Newsflash. This he doesn't overload, just plays them. This is a totem? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
No, this was generated, the carvings. He had the reflection. We are safe, I think. I don't feel safe. Totemic Might? Ah, Totemic Might. Yeah, that was... Seems like it was drafted. Interesting. I thought you were thinking about reflection. Poggers? Poggers? So we're not gonna have elementals for this, but I don't think we care, right? Do we kill the spell power totem or do we just kill that? Spell power could kill us with a lightning bolt, but could kill us with a tidal wave, could kill us with a lightning storm. So I actually feel the spell power totem is more scary than the Sky Stalker. He's gonna get some good trades, but like we have board, right? Must be Clown? Yeah, it's always Clown. Like, you can't play this, right? Like, you're just dead if you play this. Like, 5 and a 2 and a 2 and a 2, you just die. Face hit would have set up for Lethal next turn. If... How do you count that? 5 and a 4, we get 4 Clowns. It's so easy to die. It's so easy to die. Like, as long as he as long as he like just kills things, I think we are fine, right? So 2/6 and a hero power, and next turn we get these things. Like, you're so like expecting nothing bad to happen. You're so expecting nothing bad to happen there. Why our games are so tough? I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're again, right? We're in the 2 hours bracket, and every game is like such a like such a matchup, right? He just top decks it, man. He just top decks it. And he gets the spell power, right? He gets the spell power on top. Oh my god. 4 and a 2. We don't have lethal, right? 8, 10, 15. We don't have lethal. So 4 and a 2. 6 goes in there. 4 kills the spell power. I get my own. And hope he doesn't top deck that.
Like this?
I'm one of a kind. I'm one of a kind. Is this not the path?
6, 12, 17, 18, 19. Qual fiesta, chat? Qual fucking fiesta? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Where else you gonna see this bullshit, chat? Where else you gonna see this bullshit? Could have we killed this? No, this killed the spell power. Oh my god, okay. 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 We Gucci. We Gucci here, we Gucci here. Gucci here. So 5 and a ping go in there, Portusk in there. Not much reason to not trade there, right?
Seeing double?
Better portals the 6-6 save more power. I mean, like, I have 30 power on board, chat. Like, how much power do you want? Why not put 1-1 in and play 4-drop?
I wonder.
Like, again, chat, like, we're at a clear board. We have 25 power on the board. We have a clear board. Like, I think you're like saying like potato here, right? Like, which one is better? Like, we die to the same things, we lose to the same things. Like, if you find, like, there's probably gonna be that like one reason that makes like one play or the other better, but I think it's really like you either like die or like win here, right? Tidal wave, he goes to 30. If I have like one less minion, he goes to like 27, right? But then he kills the Portusk if it goes into the 6-6. I don't know. The potato is better, of course. Did we wonder, man? Did we wonder this game? Oh my freaking god. Oh my freaking god. Oh. That was a clown off, boys. That was a freaking clown off. Actually won. Yeah, like this is like the insane comeback run. This is the literal insane comeback run. What a win again, you're a champion. Like, I don't think I'm on some like insane player, right? Like I like tend to like throw shots at other streamers, right? And I don't think I'm like some insane player or anything. I think like I'm at a decent level. But again, like what I have issue is like my deck quality and my opponent quality. So like I'm not saying that like I'm better than like Shady or Dreads or anyone else, right? Like I still think to a lot of like pretty basic mistakes. I play like somewhat fast. And I do meme around a fair bit, right? But I think like I'm a half decent player, and like it feels like we get like so punished with these kind of games. But again, when you have like a half decent deck, right? When you have a deck that has like some idea and like makes for some epic games, and it's kind of cool. Like I don't mind it that much having the Quan Fiesta. It's kind of like my specialty right now. But when you get like the deck like last one, right? Like when you have like 10 shitty cards and you draw awkward and you get like shitty RNG, etc, etc, etc. Sometimes it gets like kind of tilting. We We keep this and this. Do we keep the Power Tusk? It's actually not too bad in this deck. Even though a lot of our 6 and 7s are kind of like combo things, so I don't think I'll keep the Power Tusk. I think we look for like 2 drops and 4 drops. I think you play too fast sometimes. I agree. But I don't wanna think through like every option in every turn. Like it's like everyone like think about like Shady is like super methodical about that, and like I'm really impressed with that, right? Like he goes through, hey, did he play a 6 drop? Did he gonna corrupt is he gonna corrupt the elephant? Is he gonna have a Scorpion turn this turn, right? And that's amazing. Like I'm really impressed with him for that. Like he's really methodical, but like I can't do that, right? I can't think about like every like option, and like most of the time it doesn't matter, right? Like that's why he gets like that extra bit. Like that's why he gets like the 9 win average again, right? Like he's an amazing player, but I just want a bit more playing, like a bit more fair of a playing field, right? Like I want like people to have like a bad turn here and there, to have an option. Like I have like so many games where I just don't have options. Like I just get wiped, right? And like so many games that are just like not games, so many like insane things happening. So that's why I harp about it a lot. The rogue with the inconspicuous rider plays. So we really want to coin a Sky Stalker, and I really don't want to play this if that's actually, unless it's the like spell secret, I don't think we want to play this, right? I think we're fine just trading there. That Vortex one, thank you for the follow, sir. I really appreciate it. We don't do anything this turn, but next turn we can do Firebrand, Brain Freeze, deal with anything, into coin Sky Stalker, into like Pearl Tusk, and then we're just waiting for the clowns.
I wonder.
Like this?
Did he dagger you twice? Yeah, he went face 2 times. Like this is the worst thing we've seen in this run so far. This is like the most like potato thing our opponents have done this run. Self-sharpening sword. I guess like he had that, so you can kind of see it maybe. Oof, that's amazing. He might still have like the poison dude, right? But I think I'm somewhat fine playing this into like coin Sky Stalker and Pearl Tusk. You can try the Firebrand if you wanna like play around that, but I think like this is like so powerful in this deck that I don't think I care enough giving him the Berserker. I think Firebrand with Brain Freeze should deal with like his turn 5 play.
It's time for a lot of blood.
Okay, not the 2-3, so we are fine.
A charming composition.
Poison Secret? Yeah, I was expecting the poison guy. Toxin Blade minion? So just take it slow, right? Pink, bump, Pantera. Like we don't need to rush. Keeping the coin is actually pretty powerful with Colossus. Like also. Like we could like Brain Freeze here, but I don't really see the reason why. No need rush. Play this on 6, then maybe we do a removal turn. We have the Power Tusk.
That's an upgrade.
Sure. That's scary. That is fucking scary. That is fucking scary. That is fucking scary. So I think this is the Brain Freeze turn.
You fight me, you get burned.
Wow. So the stealth guy, we're still fine playing this. Brain freeze that, kills the board. What the fuck are these secrets? What the fuck are these secrets? Damn, did I just give him a firebrand? Monk ass. Monk ass. So it's Plagiarize and the other one is the spell one. 5 and a 6, 11, 14 damage. Monkahum. We might have to need to coin the clowns. Lady Liadrin and face. Okay. Okay. We have a circus medic. That is nice. So 4 and a pink and the brain freeze gives him the cards, but we are safe for now.
Out the way! Someone's head!
Wake up!
We need this turn. We couldn't corrupt this with our plays, but I think we are fine, right? We need this turn, and we should be fine with this board, plus like even playing Portask here. Sure. Pink wasn't needed there, wasn't? Yeah, you're right, you're right. What did I count? 3 and 3, yeah. This deals 4. True, true, true. True, true, true. Well. Dirigible. 5 and a 3. That's good enough, right? 2 and a 4, 3 and a 3. We have coined this into clowns. Do we bump that in there actually? Keeps us something extra. Bump and a bump. Bump. And a bump, 3 and a 3. Keeping something extra seems like a good idea. Fuck off. Fuck off, rogue. Fuck off, rogue. Fuck off, rogue. Fuck off, rogue.
You fight me, you get burned.
Fuck off, rogue. Stop killing my dude.
Old bones just keep moving.
Stop killing my dude. Can't get through that, right? We kill that. I don't think it particularly matters.
Pile of scrap.
He can't even Deathwing.
They'll never know what hit 'em.
Oh my god. I almost died to like I'm flying and a freaking Nightblade. What the fuck? Woof! Oh my god. So he was a method to his madness, right? Like the two like daggers face kind of made sense. Well, the poison blade with two what's his name? With two deadly poisons. Like that was pretty nutty. We didn't find the ooze this game. Living on the edge. Every game, right? Every game. Oh, He definitely played like his hand was something like that, right? Like that's another thing, right? Like that's like another thing that like happens in Shady's chat. Like when someone like the other guy yesterday, I think like some of you were around. Was it yesterday or was it like today? The guy just fired both face on turn 4. And then chat was like, oh my god, he has like 3 fireballs, what is he holding, right? And then he ends up not having anything else. So yeah, like this guy, like you can say he was potato, right? He daggered face 2 times. And but like you can see that his deck is actually like he has a plan, right? Like he's not a board control rogue. He has some removal, he has some secrets to like debate you, right? And the rest is just face. Sharpening sword, deadly poisons, like Rocketeer, like Nightblade, right? You can see how that deck functions. Like everything is like all to the face. And like even in that case, like I still don't like the plays like going face on turn like 2 and 3, right? But it makes sense. And not like, oh wait, I have like 4 mana, I'm gonna just fireball his face and like for no reason. And then chat starts popping off about like some random, does he have like this like insane combination of 8 cards? I love like chat trying to like justify like some potato opponents. And like even Shady is kinda going with it lately, right? Like when he sees that guy at like 8 wins or 9 wins, like just doing some crazy things, I think he usually doesn't really pay attention. So like I don't want to harp on him again like too much, because he like you're a streamer, right? Like you look at chat and things like that, right? You don't like pay 100% attention to your opponent, but like he ignores that a lot. And recently, since like the more I harp on it a little bit right here and there, he starts to notice these things. And like even he, I feel like, feels a little bit embarrassed at sometimes, like how bad some of his opponents play at like high wins, right? Like we're talking like 6-1, 8-2, like something like that, right? Like if your guy have 2 potatoes, like it's whatever, right? Even though I feel like it doesn't happen too much for me, I think I'll just keep this. Even though I feel like it doesn't happen too often to me, but like again, like 2-2 at 1-2 at like 3-2, I can see facing a potato opponent here and there. But when your opponent at like 6-2 doesn't have like a basic understanding of the game, that's like super like, oh, like what the fuck is happening here, right? Like when your opponent at like 8-2 like just does like some terrible trades, or he has a bad deck, like doesn't have like a card over 3 mana, like you start to go like, like what the fuck is going on here?
Like this?
We show him that we don't have a grand finale. Like we don't even have like any discover cards in this deck, which is kind of interesting. Like I feel like Mage recently has become such a like generate fiesta that it's kind of interesting, but this deck doesn't really have like any discovers or anything, so it's kind of interesting. Pain Boy. So we can do like Pen Boy, Brain Freeze for 4, Bump 1, but I'm not sure how much I like that. This is pretty awkward hand. We don't have anything to do next turn. 3, 4. This is kinda awkward. This is kinda awkward. I really wanna keep this and this, even though we're kinda on board. Like, I don't have a play for next turn, right? I don't want to play Polkelt next turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. I kind of want to keep the spell power on the board also. But if I just bump, and he has, like, Whirlwind out of that random thing, there's just, like, too much shit things that can happen here. Like, I hate doing this, but I think it's the right way. Still doesn't use that much resources. He could have gotten Whirlwind out of the out of the One Maker, right? He might have the 3 mana guy, 3/3 that casts a Whirlwind, right? So I think you get punished by too many ways. Okay, I am fine with that. Armor up.
I hope you like my invention.
You can discover one spell made minion. Yeah, that's it, right? This is literally it. This is literally all this deck does. And again, right? Like, I feel like Mage has like so much potential, right? Like, Primordial Study seems pretty common, even though I guess like this last expansion wasn't that insane on the RNG front. Maybe that's why I'm doing better with Mage. So I don't really want to play this. Are we fine with playing Polkelt this turn? Next turn we can do this and pink, and we do 7, and the next 3 turns we draw Clowns and Avalanche. So we want to keep the Elemental. On 6, 7, 8, and on 9 we can do Animated Avalanche. I think I'm fine. Okay, good talk. Good talk. You can really see how Polkelt, like, this was like so impactful, right, in the draft. Like, a lot of people are saying, what's his name? Just get the 7-5, right? Just get the 7-5. The elemental guy, but I think Polkelt really made this deck tick. So I'm not a huge fan of medicing that thing, but again, think it is fine, right? We do this on 7, something with this on 8, and we do animated avalanche on 9 into like something on 10.
This'll make the pain.
Geddon, right? Yeah. I really think Geddon would not do much in this deck.
You don't pick the ones.
Level 1 Maker, that's like really good in Warrior. There's like Boom Squad and Studies, right? Athletic Studies is so good. Shield Swamp could be interesting too. This game winded up really nicely. I like it. I like this game. Stage dive also. Damn, the 1-mana spells in Warrior are so nutty. Claw Machine. Oh my god, Claw Machine becomes an 8. Oof. Oof, please no. Please no. Please no, Claw Machine. Canted by 1 Maker. Like, the 1-mana spells in Warrior is so insane. What the fuck? Athletic Studies, Stage Dive, Boom Squad, Shield Block is probably the worst one. What's the worst? Whirlwind? Could be really good also in a lot of situations.
What now? I must choose.
Fish Boy.
May I have this?
Ooh, Steel Dancer. Scary. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. Are we afraid of this?
What to do? Grade's getting low.
A whirlwind of flavor.
Just kill that, hit face. Og Merchants, whenever play someone help me and give it +1/+2. Trade a 4. He has like a fish boy in there. Could actually be a rabbit. He might actually have a rabbit too. I don't think I still play a Penfinger, right? I don't think we really need it. I think we just trade some things, let him do whatever.
Time runs out on me.
We're not gonna draw a spell anytime soon, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minions before we draw Polymorph. He has a Rush minion, he has a top deck and 3 other cards. I think we're in a pretty good spot here. Okay, it's a bit scary. Okay, that's going into a slow turn, so I like that.
Everything looks up to code.
What's the Rush minion? Could actually be what's his name, right? I think it kinda feels like it is a rabbit. He's not playing it. Ooh, okay, the broom. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. That is totally fine. It's a bit scared there for a second. Coming down the mountain. Coming down the mountain. Polkelt is such a cool card. Like, people thought it's gonna be more of a constructed meme, but like, when you can build around it, right? It's kinda cool. Fucking Skeletal Dragon, really? That's what you're randomly gonna get for a taunt out of your random thing? Oh my fucking god. Oh my freaking god. Kills one of them. So, how much are we gonna play around a random Deathwing, chat? How much are we playing around a random Deathwing? I think we're fine even versus Deathwing, right? With the clowns. So yeah, I think I'll just get my rabbit here. Hit him in the face. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. The harder it hits. Coming down the mountain. Coming down the mountain. Information. So maybe he wants more out of his Deathwing. Here's a way to activate it. Okay, that is good. That is good. Trade clowns. Seems fine, even if it's Deathwing, we have Scrapyard. We can still just drop a Scrapyard here and chill with the counts, see what the dragon is. I don't think we're in a rush to play this. If that's like some big dragon, like is Sarah maybe, and he gets Dream, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Okay. How do they, like, oh my god. How do they always do it, chat? How do they always do it? How do they always do it? The one dragon, right? From information, he's gonna get what's his name, right? He's gonna get the 4/9, and from the one random dragon, he's gonna get the best legendary in the game that we talked about in the start. And from it, he's gonna get some shitters, and he's gonna get a taunt, and he's gonna get this guy. Okay. And now if he top decks, what's his name? Like that 3 mana spell that like makes like whirlwind effects, whatever, right? Like, I'm gonna be impressed. Out of my game, bruh. Out of my game. Okay, okay. Cool comeback. Back to infinite. From 1-2 to infinite. I'll take this as a win. I'll take this as a win. Let's see if we can scamaz a few more wins. 4.5 hours. We're 5 hours in the stream and we had a 2, 3 and a 7 wins.
You asked.
Ah, shaman, man. Can we stop facing shamans, please? Hate shaman. Could keep this. We're on the coin. We have a firebrand, so it's a bit redundant, I feel. We can do coin firebrand into berserker. Portusk. Still feel like we don't keep. Doesn't seem like it's too good in the opening hand, right? Skystalker and Substitute are the only thing that we kind of want to play on curve. Yeah, I think I'll drop the Planefinger with the Firebrand also. Look for them twos. Conversation is fine on 2. Ooh, there's the Skystalker. I mean, he just drew a weapon, but I don't think I mind giving him a target for the weapon. If it's an axe, it's a 3-mana axe. If it's the Wakano, that becomes a bit more awkward, but like we should still be fine. Oh my god. Okay, 7 wins. This is where the decks start getting nutty. Just one and a ping, make him use his weapon. Again, I think we are fine taking a slow. Play a 4-drop, coin a 6, corrupt this. Keep Firebrand, keep this if we find a spell. Well, 2 custodians with 2 weapons, amazing. So it was a Wakano. We can do 1/1 and hero power. Might be a bit more awkward for him, and he might have to use the weapon into this. Next time we can do just Firebrand Cram Session. We could also just keep this for Avalanche.
What to do?
Turn 5. This can get us in a lot of trouble. He has like a good 5-drop. We're not corrupting this, but we have coins to tie Stalker, so I think I'm fine with this. We have a rabbit in hand too, so keeping the coin is kind of nice, but let's see. Portal here is really nasty. Okay, that's not that insane. So, can we delete that? This is 4, this is 5, 3, 4, 4, 5. So we need 2 of this and a pink. Do we have mana for that? 3, 5, 7. No, we don't. So I guess we coin Sky Stalker. If he has a Hex, he doesn't do too much with that turn, so it's probably fine.
What to do?
We can also just do Firebrand Cram Session, but we're not corrupting this, and like killing this is gonna be a bit weird. I don't like using the coin here, but corrupting the medic seems kinda important to dealing with this shit. It's good on board.
wonder.
Oof, that's an amazing hit, even if he has like a wolf or something. I think I'm fine with that. That's fine. Lightning bolt. Oh, fuck. It's never that easy, right? It's never that easy. And he gets a 6 mana 5/7, of course, because like why not? Because why wouldn't you get a 6 mana 5/7 randomly? So just bump and Circus Medic and Pink seems serviceable for now, and hope he doesn't have like more like free hit evolve kind of effects. He's not doing much more.
This a make the pain.
This was looking so good, and then he played a Yeti that turned his 5/2 into a 5/7. Damn, a Yeti that heals for 5. Really? Okay. Fudge off, Silas. Fudge off. Fudge off.
A charming composition.
So 8 health. This deals 4, 5. Munkaham. Does he still have mana? Like, it's still a lot, like 2 mana heal for 3. It's not good, right? But, okay. Wormweaver. Damn, if he got like 1 brain freeze, we would be in such a good spot. 3 draw. 4 damage. See where it goes. If it goes 2/2, that's gonna be terrible. I don't think I can just bop a Bog Reaper. Doesn't seem like he had a Hex, but he might have discovered one. And that's like 2 spell power. I guess he has to take 6 damage if he wants to use the 2 spell power, but this is becoming like weirder and weirder by the minute. So do we believe he discovered top deck, chat? 2 spell power is a lot. Like a lightning bolt kills this. I guess if he hexes, he's not doing too much. I think I'll just play this. It's kind of scary, but could be fine. What are we looking for? Brain freeze, right? Give me 1 brain freeze game and we're just gonna destroy this guy. We also just need to survive for a turn or 2, right? For the rabbit, which could be scary. Could like just play this and cram session. So to give him like some targets to deal with. Okay, so he has a spell. Take 6. Please just Tidal Wave. Autumn Blast for 4. Okay. Create Silas, nice. Okay, that's... I mean, he still has 5 mana. Still has 5 mana. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Like, he's super happy to see that. Polymorph. 2 explosive evolutions, man. Wow. 2 explosive evolutions and the other one, polymorph 1 time. Ah, fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. Why don't I get this RNG? He gets a Taunt Totem, so my rabbit is gonna be a bit awkward. Kind of feels like I need to draw a chat. Like, we might just be dead to Bloodlust. Just created by... Wow. 2 custodians, 2 weapons, master of evolutions, and two explosive evolutions. Wow.
What to do? What to do?
I think we need to kill some dudes here. 3, 5. Not really doing much with the rest of the mana, so I'm actually gonna look for like Polymorph for Brain Freeze or something.
Time.
Like the 1-3s are kind of good there if he doesn't have Bloodlust, of course, right? Could be a bit awkward for him. Damn.
Well played.
Bloodlust, really? Top deck Bloodlust. It's a fitting end to this run. It's a fitting end to this run. Average and average revolve? No. Like it's way above average. Like it's not the super high roll, but it's definitely not average. Like there's like a lot of shitty fives. There's a lot of shitty fives. It's definitely not average. Like, how many top decks, man? How many top decks? How much RNG? Like, again, I'm happy with 7, right? I'm happy with 7, considering, like, the bullshit we are facing up here. And, like, not like it got, like, any better after that. I'm pretty happy with 7. That was, this run was insane. This run was, like, so insane. But we got some good decks. We got some good games, right? So, I'm happy coming back to 7 with this. And, like... He created by 5/1/1s and he had like 3 evolves, like 2 of them which were pretty high roll, and like he created 5/1/1s and he top decked Bloodlust and he got like 2 custodians into the 2 weapons. Like I can't play around like all those things with our draws, right? Like if he had like Polymorph, if he had like 1 brain freeze, like we just destroyed this guy, but like what can you do? I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this run. I am pretty happy with this run. Okay. Go first meta? I mean, like, I don't think he won because he went first, right? Like, going first is nice, but, like, everything just had to click for him, right? Like, draw your 2 custodians, get your 2 weapons, high roll the 2 evolves, like, high roll the discover, like, top deck, like, 8 things had to go right for him there to win this game. I had to not draw, like, a single brain freeze or the polymorph, right? Like, those are 3 cards that probably just destroy him. So, like, if I get polymorph there and kill, like, 3/1/1s, like, he's so dead, right? I mean, he's not dead. I don't know if he has, like, 3 Eye of the Storms. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. I said that, but, like, suddenly we're in a good spot. Like, we have Rabbit for, like, next turn and, like, 1 or 2 more turns and things happen. But, no, like, just... What can you do? What can you do? Let me post the result. 7-3. Mage. So yeah, like pretty happy with like, I mean, I'm not like happy, right? I think like this deck has potential, but considering we started like 1-2, right? Like I prefer 7-3 over 1-3, obviously. Let's see what the rewards are. Like, every game is such a grind, right? Like, every game is such a grind. Even when we get, like, the good draws, like, people still keep, like, surviving and pushing you to the edge.